Hi Leo, and welcome to your weekly general and love tarot forecast. This is for the week of August 13th through August 19th, 2018. Happy birthday to all Leos out there. I will do two separate readings in this video. The first one will be to look at your general energy. The second one will be to look at your love energies for the week. I have put timestamps for both readings in the description box below. So, hello Leo. Let's see who you are this week, what you got going on, who you need to embody. I'm going to pull a court card here. Okay, so we got the Master of Orbs. So today, this is a week about being in the higher mind, Leo, making all decisions from that place rather than from like the emotional body, okay? This might be a week of where you're just very analytical. You might have a lot of communications happening this week. Some people could actually be coming to you for advice because as the master here, you know, you are in charge, you are in control of something, whether it's a project at work, a team of people at work, something going on in your personal life. Somehow, some way, like Leo is in charge of something, and you are really well served this week to make all decisions from the mental body, not so much from the emotional body. Don't let things trigger you emotionally. Don't let anything sway you off your path emotionally. It's all about the intellect and the higher mind for Leo this week, and making all decisions and actions from that place, okay? So let's see what this predominantly pertains to, what area of your life this is most significant and highlighted. All right, so we have the 8th house. So this is intense emotions. This is shared resources. This could even have something to do with sexuality. This is a general reading, so we'll kind of leave that element out of it. But this is about transformation somehow, some way. And Leo, if you've really been struggling with like some depression or really conflicted emotions that feel quite intense, this is a week to rise above the emotional body and start viewing and perceiving through the intellectual body only, to help you make sense, to bring you clarity, and you know, so that you don't feel so stuck or confused. Also, this could be where you need to divide up some shared resource you have with another person, and that could be so many different things, right? And you are advised to be as honest about it as possible. Like, you know, be fair, honest, and true. Even if who you're dealing with isn't most on the up and up, do not taint your own energy by lowering yourself to their standard, okay? Some of you could be dealing with some inheritance or division of you know, an estate of somebody who has passed on with this 8th house energy. Just whatever's going on, Leo, don't allow yourself to be driven by your emotional body this week, especially in regards to shared resources with another person or some serious intense emotions you've been dealing with. This is a week of transformation and clarity and moving forward. Wow, yes. And so this is the energy inside of you, Leo. This is Chiron. There's profound healing taking place for Leo internally. This is spiritually, this is emotionally, this is mentally, this could be physically, okay? If so, there are resources coming your way that are owed you, but you've been held back from them for some time, okay? There's great healing. If you've been depressed, this week is offering you a different vibe, a different energy to help rise you up out of that, bring you into the higher mind, the intellect, where you can sort things out much better, opposed to the emotions that are so heavy and, you know, pull you down. It's a week of healing for Leo, okay? So nice. Let's see what's going on around you. Also, with this, the Master of Orbs, 8th house, Chiron, Leo, you might be really being there for somebody this week who is going through a lot. Maybe they're going through a divorce, and you're just offering a lot of support and really deep insight that's helping them heal, okay? So some of you are acting in that role. Okay, so around you is Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Yeah, some of you, whatever these resources are, like you've been waiting quite some time, and this week brings about that resolution, or finally the resources in your hand, okay? You've got to, if you want to heal, like ultimately heal and rise above whatever the situation is for you personally, with Capricorn coming out, it's like you've got to put a great deal of energy and focus and dedication into that. And, you know, in dealing with other people this week, exercise caution, okay? Exercise caution. Especially if they've been really harmful to you in the past, all right? So we have the Strength card, your own energy. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Death card. Leo, what I see here is, yeah, some of you have really been struggling with some heavy emotions, some depression, and this week is bringing you new clarity, rising you into that mental body, which is allowing the healing. And Leo, as long as you make it your primary goal and focus to totally heal, transform, and overcome whatever this represents for you, like, you will prevail, okay? Let me see here. Okay, though some of you are dealing with a quite difficult person, and it's like you don't feel like you're being heard or that you can do anything, like you're feeling very powerless with a really crappy person. Just know that that energy is going to change. It is going to shift. And some of you, there's this second chance being offered today. Why do I keep saying today for you guys? This week, there's a second chance at something being offered to you this week, where as in the past, we've felt very held back, unable, not empowered, couldn't move forward. And then this week, here's this Ace and Death in reverse. And so it's like we are letting go of the heavy heart feelings. We are letting go of feeling restricted. We're no longer having to deal with this crappy person that's really challenging and difficult to deal with, okay? It's we're moving beyond into something better. But again, Leo, it's all about being in that higher mind. There's not a single cup card here. In fact, it's all swords. Swords is the mental body. It's the communication, right? So yeah, it's all about the higher mind for Leo this week, and, you know, expressing your truth, cutting off and cutting out people that only harm you and disempower you. Also, Leo, you might have some connections, business, friendship, family, you know, returning this week that want a second chance with you, want to reconnect with you, but I'm not sure you are so interested in doing that. But listen, I feel like there's a lot of healing being offered this week. So apologies, forgiveness, all of that is very highlighted for Leo. And, you know, if somebody's willing to work really hard to regain your trust and faith within them, you know, you might really want to give them a true second chance. Okay. All right. So let's pull you some outcome advice. And again, any sort of resources or splitting of resources that has been delayed, or somebody's been trying to screw you over, you're going to prevail this week. Like, it's going to work out. So don't even stress if, you know, that's been going on. It's going to work out. What's owed to you is owed to you. And you don't need to worry that, you know, it won't come your way. Especially with Chiron showing up to heal the energies for Leo. All right, yeah, look at this. So there's people willing to help you out, Leo. You might need the assistance of some people, especially if you've really been struggling with like a lot of depression, anxiety, things like that. Leo, you might want to reach out to somebody professionally, because this is help. This is help coming in for Leo somehow, some way. So whatever this whole reading represents for you in your personal life, since this is general, you know, there is help coming to Leo. So believe that, okay? You're not alone. Yeah, and now we have the Empress here, the Harvest. Leo, listen, it's all going to work out just fine. Whatever it is that you're facing and you're going through, it looks like you need some healing. Some of you very much in the mental body, others of you in the emotional body, and some of you, this could be where you were really dealing with a physically abusive person or verbally abusive person, and now this week is finally offering the opportunity to break away from that energy, or to finally heal our mental body from the traumas that we've been through in the past. For however that relates to you personally. And again, those shared resources, Leo, no worries. You will get what's owed to you. There are people on your side. This week ends very well for Leo. Just, you're going to feel happier, more grounded, more secure, more stable than maybe you have been feeling. And people that have screwed you over and like kind of did you dirty, I feel like they're coming back around this week, wanting to heal the relationship with you and wanting you in their life and offering you apology and things of that nature for what went wrong. And since this is general, some of you may be feeling very compelled to make amends with people of your past, friends, family, coworkers, whatever, you know, where there's been some bad blood or some trauma. Like, you're ready to heal or to release, to let it go, to move on. You're being very supported in the physical and in the non-physical, and then you have the reward and the harvest coming to you this week, Leo. So especially those of you with birthdays, I feel like you're going to get some happy birthdays from some very unexpected people. Don't get all emotional about it, you know, just see where it goes. But know that Leo's energy is very attractive and people are wanting to be around you and make amends with you if that's the case, okay? So, Leo, those are your general messages for the week. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Let's see what's up for your love and romantic energies. All right, you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. So, Leo, a couple different things, just depending on your current, relationship status. If you are completely single, this is saying, look, you really probably need to think much bigger of yourself than you do, or you need to start reaching much higher than you have been in relationships. You may have settled quite a bit, and it's time to recognize that you deserve way more than you reach for, and that's why you've been single. And the more you come into this knowing, understanding, and truth, the more there are going to be opportunities coming your way, okay? Those of you who are just dating somebody who's kind of flaky and wishy-washy, Leo, you might be best served to think that you could do better than what you're entertaining right now and kind of let it go, okay? If you're hoping for a reconciliation from somebody of the past, this doesn't say that it can't happen, but this is saying maybe you should really think about that. Is that really the right fit for you still? Or have you changed and transformed quite a bit and now you really belong with somebody else that's more of the vibration that you've grown into? okay? If you are in a committed relationship, you know, if you and your partner want to do different things or expand, create a business, like whatever, believe that you guys are capable and that you can achieve it. You are limitless, all right? You are endless. You can do, have, be whatever you want to be. And two heads are better than one. So if you're both putting your heart, soul, and energy into the preservation of your relationship, or starting a family, buying a house, going on a vacation, starting a business, different for all of you, you guys can achieve it, okay? Oops. Okay, so let's see what house is coming out with this. Man, you guys had this for your general read, so okay, listen, those of you who are like going through a divorce and you're having like a really hard time, like, do I really want this to end? Yes, you do. You are limitless. There is so much better for you ahead, okay? Many of you may be experiencing some intense emotions in regard to whatever you're going through romantically this week. Some of you could have some really good sex, because this is all about intense sexuality, okay? So some of you, that is definitely on the menu. Others of you might be fighting about, like if you're in a committed relationship, like you might be fighting over, you know, who pays for what, or I give more, or maybe you guys are trying to throw your resources together to start a business, go on vacation, start a family, you know, whatever that is for the two of you that will expand your relationship from what it is right now. So some of you do have this focus. And it might be time, you know, if one person's carrying more of the load financially in the relationship, it might be time to step up and speak out about that, okay? Even if you're just dating and you're always footing the bill, Leo, and you don't want to deal with all that, you could be like, hey, I'm done with this. I could do better than that. I'm a limitless unicorn. You better recognize. Okay, so what's going on inside of you is the moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. So, Leo, I know that this probably has a lot to do with that Leo new moon that we just had on the 11th, partial solar eclipse. So you might be feeling very sensitive this week, very emotional. I mean, 8th house is intense emotions, and now you have this moon. So regardless of your relationship status, I feel like you're doing a deep reassessment, evaluation, analyzing every little thing, and you're really feeling it strongly. Don't, whatever is going on for you, don't let it take away from your self-esteem on any level, Leo. This right here is saying you are fabulous and you deserve the best, okay? What rejects you isn't meant for you. There's something better for you, okay? Let's just see. Let's see what's going on around you, because this is a very interesting read, to be honest. Okay, so we have Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. So, you know, whoever you are involved with, or, you know, dating or trying to date, it could just be like their energy might be too much for you. It might be up, down, in, out. They could be immature. They could be super pushy and like, you know, like, no, Leo, it's got to be this way. We got to do it like this. Just very in and out, flaky, not super grounded. And if you're dating an Aries, I'm not describing the Aries specifically, okay? It's just the energy around you. And the way I'm seeing this reading come out, it's like Leo's really bothered by something inside this week when it comes to romantic energies, and I feel like somebody's just being really pushy with you, or not super sensitive, not really asking you what it is that you want or that you need, like pushing their agenda on you, projecting their emotions and insecurities upon you. And you need to recognize, like, all that projecting they're doing upon you is really affecting you emotionally, and you need to remember who you are and know that you are limitless, okay? This might be where we need to put some boundaries. And again, if you're always footing the bill, or you're feeling like somebody's taking advantage of you, you might very well be correct, Leo. So just keep keep that in perspective this week. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords, which I'm not surprised to see this, but what's good is the intensity will pass, okay? And now we have this King of Cups, so here we are feeling quite emotional. Here we have the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, those of you who feel like you're always footing the bill, Leo, have no shame in being like, no, I'm not paying this time. It's okay if you reject, okay? That will actually bring you happiness. I feel like some of you, there's somebody asking Leo out on a date this week. Like, hey, Leo, I want to get to know you. Hey, Leo, let's go do this. Or you could be asking somebody out. But also, what I see here, Leo, is somebody who may have rejected you in the past and just kind of left you high and dry, played with your heart, played with your mind, brought about all these intense emotions. I feel like this week they could actually be coming back into your world saying, hey, Leo, I would like a second chance with you, okay? So, you know, you've got to go on your own accord of whether or not they get a second chance. But definitely somebody wants a second chance with Leo, or somebody's really wanting to just get a moment of Leo's time. Okay, like, I feel like, Leo, there's somebody who's really feeling you from afar. Okay, and as I'm saying that, make the effort flies out. There's somebody who's feeling you kind of from afar, but they're like too afraid to tell you, hey, Leo, I have these feelings for you, because they're afraid that you will reject them, or that you don't have these feelings for them as well. This could be a coworker, this could be a friend of yours, this could be somebody who just kind of sees you from a distance, like if you take the bus, or, you know, something like that. There's somebody who is noticing Leo, and could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and, you know, I think they're afraid to approach you and tell you how they feel, like they're afraid of rejection. But with that Aries energy, is the energy around you, they might just grow the cojones and say, hey, Leo, I've got to know your name, or I've got to take you out on a date, okay? So, wow, yeah, look at that. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So I feel like Leo's going to find out this week about somebody who's been really feeling them, and it's going to be put out there. Others of you, you know, if you're feeling somebody, and this is because this is general, this is where it gets, you know, shaky, because sometimes we're feeling somebody, but they're not feeling us, and we're just not getting that message, right? Because they're nice, and they're not just outright saying, look, I'm not interested. They're just kind of, you know, being passive about things. If you are really into somebody and they're not really showing you any sign back, like no real consistent energy that they like you too, no, I would not recommend you go ahead and express your love unless you are totally open to the 50-50 of acceptance or rejection, okay? Because sometimes people aren't into us and we think they are, but here, you know, express the love if you feel that they're vibing. I mean, I always say, if you know that they're feeling you too, it's time to no longer hold back and put yourself out there and let them know that you feel them back, okay? So there's some sort of expression of emotion and romance. I feel mostly coming towards Leo, like, hey, Leo, I really miss you. I want to get back together. Those of you in a relationship with somebody, or even commitment, if we've just been having like a lot of issues and troubles, it might be a week to introspect and really figure out, you know, your emotions and how you feel, and express that in a more positive, loving manner, or ask your partner to express how they're feeling. I don't know, I just feel like you need some communication, and it can all end well if we just express our true hearts to each other, okay? Yeah, because we got passion, and that's right under that Aries energy. And look at what would be next. Make the effort. Yes, there's a great connection, Leo, between you and somebody here, or somebody new coming into your life this week, or somebody reconnecting to you. And I feel like we can definitely move beyond the energy of the past. But if somebody is just flaky and wishy-washy all the time, Leo, you deserve better than that, and it's time that you choose better than that, okay? And if there's something better showing up, it's time to let the flake go and see where this new ride is taking you, okay? So Leo, ultimately with this ending, the Ace of Pentacles, very, very good. New job opportunities for some of you. Resources, if you're going through a divorce, things like that. I feel like you're getting the money and assets that you're owed through this process, okay? Or maybe some of you even get to keep the house, or you're finally, there's a sale of a house that you mutually own with like a current partner or past partner, and we're receiving the money and proceeds for that, okay? So it's like heavy, hard energy that's turning into something beautiful. Leo's getting what is owed to Leo, and it's positive, and you're going to have some people expressing their interest in you this week, as well as some people returning from your past. So Leo, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.